4 breaking news. This is WYFF News 4 at 6 in high definition.
New information tonight on the badly decomposed body found in Anderson County. This is Sky 4 video of the scene where tonight the investigation continues into that gruesome discovery. And in fact, WYFF News 4's Mandy Gaither is live and local in our Anderson newsroom.
Mandy, what have you learned?
Well, a short time ago, I talked to Coroner Greg Shore. He says he's 99% sure the remains found today are that of a missing 58-year-old woman. Now, the badly decomposed body was found in a wooded area off of Coldwater Lane in Anderson, about 50 yards from the missing woman's home. Her name is not being released at this hour until official identification has been made. But the woman was last seen on November 1st, reported missing January 19th. Deputies were following up in their investigation on that case when cadaver dogs found the remains. Shore told me the woman had fractured her left arm and it had been pinned with a metal plate. That matches the remains. The metal plate with the remains has a serial number on it. So right now, as we speak, Shore is pulling the missing woman's medical records to compare the two. An autopsy will be done tomorrow to find out the cause of death and hopefully help with the identification process as well. Deputies say there doesn't appear to be any signs of trauma to the body, but until that autopsy is completed, investigators won't know for sure. Mandy Gaither, WYFF News 4 live in the Anderson newsroom.
Mandy, thank you. Happening right now, some slow-going traffic along I-85. There you see it. This is southbound, about a half mile from the Highway 24 exit. There was a wreck there about an hour ago involving a tractor-trailer. That has been cleared now, but as you can see, that backup, as far as we can see from Sky 4 tonight, at least several miles. It's ongoing.
No fun there, and this weather's no fun either, especially if you live in the mountains. We have another very cold night ahead. Yeah,
there's still a chance for more snow for part of the mountains. WYFF News 4 Chief Meteorologist John Sesrich is here with the list. John?
Yeah, Carol and Michael, the snow showers were more numerous, as you can see, during the day today as expected, and then they kind of tapered off. And as expected with a northwesterly flow, all the snow showers then start to shift back toward the Tennessee line, and that's where we're looking at more widespread snow showers, an additional couple of inches of snow certainly possible here. But as that front went by, the wind really picked up. We had winds gusting as high as 40 to 45 miles per hour in Anderson and also in Asheville, and especially the higher elevations, 50 to 60 miles per hour winds, and the temperatures continue to drop. Our high temperatures today were early this morning and then falling during the day. 26 right now in Asheville, it's 38 degrees in Greenville, 39 in Spartanburg, it's 41 degrees in Anderson. Snow flurries continue to fly through the air and through western North Carolina. The winter weather advisory continues for strong gusty winds. Watch out for black ice, some blowing snow. The 1 to 2 inches of snow, mainly the higher elevations, the west-facing slopes along the Tennessee line. Just flurries and scattered snow showers will continue through the western North Carolina mountains, all the way down into Rabun County for you folks in Clayton. And this winter weather advisory goes from now until 10 o'clock tomorrow morning. Now back to you, Michael.
All right, John, thanks. We'll see you later. Tomorrow would have been her 21st birthday. Emily Anna Asbill was murdered in June of 2013. You may remember on Friday, her then boyfriend, Michael Beatty, was convicted, sentenced to life in prison. And this afternoon, Emily's mom sat down exclusively with WYFF News 4's Liz Loheis, who joins us now. Liz?
Well, Michael, Emily Joy says justice has been served. The verdict Friday came down exactly 19 months after the murder. Investigators say Beatty strangled Asbill with a USB cord after a party. Just hours after the verdict came down, police say Asbill's father came home to find his house spray painted. Profanity and the phrase "Free Mike" was splashed all over the house. Police say Asbill's grave was also vandalized.
I'm very disappointed in whomever did that to her father's home, and then to go to her grave, where her resting place, and pour, I think they said it was motor oil. I'm very afraid of what might happen next.
Now, Clinton police say they are interviewing people but have not made any arrests in the crime so far. They're asking anyone with information to call Crime Stoppers. The number is on your screen. Now, coming up tonight at 11, more on our exclusive interview with Asbill's mother and her fight to stop domestic violence in South Carolina. Carol?
Thank you, Liz. Happening right now, preliminary lab test results are back on the suspicious letter that was sent to the headquarters of Samaritan's Purse in Boone on Friday. The letter contained white powder. The lab results came back negative, but the FBI is working to find out who sent the letter and why. Samaritan's Purse is run by the Reverend Franklin Graham, the son of evangelist Billy Graham. Investigators hope the survivor of a mobile home fire in Buncombe County last week can help them figure out what led to a little boy's death. WYFF News 4's Ashley Swan is here with what we're learning about the child. Ashley?
Carol, that little boy was just 1 day shy of his 4th birthday when his body was found in his uncle's burned out mobile home. This is a photo of Elijah Eli Oberdier shared with us with the permission of his family today. He lived in Lawrence, but according to neighbors was staying with family in Leicester following the birth of his new baby sister. Last Wednesday morning, Eli was in his uncle's mobile home when it caught fire. A woman was also severely burned. The fire marshal tells me she's being treated at a burn center and hasn't been able to speak with investigators yet. Officials are eager to talk with her because she reportedly told people who responded to the scene that no one else was in that home. A memorial service for Eli Oberdier will be held tomorrow in Canton. Michael?
Ashley, thank you. A father will spend the rest of his life in prison for sexually assaulting his 4-month-old daughter and injuring her so severely that she died. Here is video of Victor Noe Ortiz de Valle in court last year. Today, he pleaded guilty to first-degree criminal sexual conduct with a minor. The baby girl died in March of 2013 while her mother was working the night shift at a restaurant. An investigation into her death found Ortiz de Valle had sexually assaulted the child. He blamed the assault on an alternate personality. He will not be eligible for parole. Anderson County deputies say a man intentionally ran his ex-girlfriend's car off the road, and tonight he is wanted on 2 charges of attempted murder. Take a look here at Jason Freedom Reed. Deputies say early Saturday morning, his ex-girlfriend Kristen Queen and another man, Mitchell Carroll, were driving on Levy Street in Anderson County. Deputies say Reed rammed the back of their car and did it again when the couple turned onto Palmetto Road, and they say that caused the car to run off the road and hit a tree. Deputies say Reed and another man then tried to drag Mitchell Carroll out of the car but couldn't, so they took off. Carroll and the woman were taken to a hospital with injuries. If you know where to find Jason Freedom Reed tonight, call Crime Stoppers. You don't have to give your name at 1-888-CRIME-SC.
Anderson County deputies are trying to determine if a man who robbed a convenience store yesterday is the same man who murdered an elderly couple in Ohio. 29-year-old Robert Clark is the suspect in the murders of Doyle and Lillian Shumney in Strasburg, Ohio. The couple was found dead inside a burned-out car on January 22nd. Saturday morning, authorities in West Virginia say Clark and another man robbed a convenience store there. Surveillance video shows a man fitting Clark's description with a sawed-off shotgun. No one was hurt in that robbery. Then on Sunday morning around 2:20, 2 men matching that same description held up a convenience store on Highway 187 in Anderson. West Virginia authorities contacted the Anderson County Sheriff's Office, asking them for help connecting those crimes.